raise your hand and we'll call on you. Right here in the front.
Coach, when you get that type of production from Henry this early in the season in such a big, crucial game, what does that say about his development from early on?
You talk about Henry?
Yes.
Well, Henry's going to be a really good player. You know, he just got to grow up a little bit. He needs, you know, to get some battle scars or some calluses, kind of toughen up, and he's in that process. You know, I really got after those young guys. We have 5 young guys that I think are going to be really good players and great Arizona Wildcats. And you know, I brought them in my office. I don't know if it was a day or 2 ago, and before practice, and told them they need to get better and they need to stop pouting and feeling sorry for themselves, because it is hard, and I know what they're going through. So to see those guys step up, like he and Adama tonight, even Kylan's minutes were good. It's really encouraging. I mean, it's a huge thing for this team, because we get those guys settled into their roles and contributing, you know, and on nights where you play like Adama, it really lifts our group, and you know, we don't have to ride Kerr so hard. You know, Kerr tells me he's playing too much, so I gotta reduce his minutes.
Right here in front.
Kerr, what did you see from the bench and see how they were playing out there? What did you like?
Do I need to use it or no?
Yes, please.
All right. I mean, no, it's huge. You know, because people before the season were talking that we don't have a depth, but I think today our young guys really showed their character and nobody pissed their pants. So you know, that's a win. And of course, I mean, I don't want to bring up like namely because everybody did a crazy job, but like those Adama's threes, like we needed like each one of the 3 like really bad at the time. So you know, I'm just proud of Adama. I guess he likes Vegas.
Over to Steve.
Tommy, each game, we can talk about this every game with Oumar, how he's improved, how he's matured. It's just, he gives you one every game.
Well, Oumar's a really good player. I mean, he's a force. I mean, he's our George Foreman. You know, I mean, those body blows, and then he can throw some knockout punches too. And he's hard to play against, and it's really cool for me, especially who has seen it on the other side, to see him come through it, and it makes you proud as a coach. But you know, Oumar gets all the credit, because to hang with it like he did and to be in the position he's in is it's really inspiring for me as a coach, and you know, hopefully it inspires other players who are struggling.
Jason, over here.
Coach, you mentioned Pella was the least of your worries, and then he puts together a game like this. What can you just say about his ability to kind of bounce back today?
Well, Pella's he's a great player, and you know, Pella reminds me of some guys I've coached in the past. Maybe he's just a little bit of a slow starter. You know, Pella's care factor is 100%. He cares so much about his team. He cares so much about how he's contributing to the team. You know, that maybe sometimes he gets caught in a position where he's overthinking things a little bit, put a little pressure on himself. To see him kind of settle into the game the way he did today was awesome. I mean, and listen, I think that's just the tip of the iceberg. I think there's a lot more we're going to see from him here coming forward.
Bruce here in the front.
Kerr, I was wondering about just the pace of the game, the way it runs on both teams, and obviously those Indiana fans were pretty vocal. It seemed like you had a little fun with them there for a while. What was it like to be a part of that, and what prompted you to kind of go out a little bit, the fans too?
I mean, I think we're playing our best basketball when everybody's having fun. I think the past has shown that you know, when everybody's 100%, you don't even have to be locked in, but just when you see like players, like when we have little huddles and everybody's like, you know, smiling and stuff, I think that's a huge part of our, I would say even the program, you know, because you have this lot of teams that you look at them, like basically like we played against Utah, you know, we didn't look like we really wanted to be there, so, you know, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hey, no. Questions for Oumar. Come on, Oumar, deliver some knockout blows today. We need some questions for Oumar.
If I could, just one before, because it transitions into, Tommy, historically, Arizona is known for stepping up in big games like this. You did this in Maui, you did this tonight, you've done it last year. Are you aware of that history, and it continues now with you?
Well, I mean, obviously Arizona's a great program, so they've been in a lot of moments like this, and I'm sure they've had, you know, moments where they've hit it out of the park and moments where they've struggled, like all programs. you know, I know we're a program that doesn't shy away from the limelight. We don't shy away from the moment, and you know, the bigger the game, hopefully the better we are, and that's the kind of culture we're trying to establish.
Oumar, can you talk about guarding Jackson Davis and the defensive job you guys did in the post today?
First of all, I just want to say thanks to Arizona fans because they had our back today. They came to Vegas, they show up, they cheer for us, and we're grateful for them. And back to your question, and he's a great player, you know, and thanks to our coaches, we had a great plan how to guard him. Zoo guard him sometimes, I guard him sometimes, Henry guard him sometimes. We have a lot of great bigs who can guard anyone, and it was a great game plan, and we executed pretty good.
Over on the side.
Coach, Willard Rivera's with the Associated Press. Twice they made runs at you, once in the first half, once in the second half. Just the poise and maturity that no matter what lineup was on the floor at any given time, that it was able to just maintain its poise and, you know, keep it at its distance at whatever point it got close.
Well, I mean, there's a reason. I mean, obviously I'm a new head coach. I'm learning too, but I don't love calling timeouts all the time. I think if you call a timeout when the first time a team makes a run on you, you're sending a message to your team, that I don't know, maybe we're scared or we're overmatched. So I don't like doing it. So I love to see our guys respond the way they do. And I think Kerr hit a huge three during one of those runs, kind of right in front of me, and I think he might even look back at me and said something. So I almost gave him a T for taunting me. But and then Adama hit a huge three, I think, in one of those deals too. So that's just really cool to see. I mean, that's what you want. You want poise in the moment, because at the end of the day, there's going to become a point in time where we're in one of those games and we don't have a timeout. And, so you can't rely on coach to solve all the problems. I thought, we'll give ourselves credit. I think our staff, we called one good timeout today and came out with a little special play and got a backup for Pella to get a dunk that kind of made me think from a 5 to a 7 point lead, which is a huge deal down the stretch of a game. So, but all in all, I mean, I love the way these guys play, and we love getting up and down. And then there is no panic, it's fun. It's fun being in those moments. So I like to tell our guys, just let it rip and let's run our stuff and trust our offense. And, usually that'll be the solution in and of itself.
Yeah, Oumar, you had a fantastic game. You had a number of great plays, an over-the-shoulder pass, a couple of big blocks, and so much more. Your thoughts on how you played, and any of those plays stick out to you?
I would say for sure my pass to Zoo. So that was a great play because I need to get better when double team comes, and I saw a little bit of improvement with my passing and kicking the ball out. So yeah.
I think the guys on our staff call him the Malian Jokic. So like the way
No, stop. Let's leave it. It was a great pass. No. Now it's going to be all over the floor.
Last question here for Bruce.
Oumar, just kind of following up on that, the Indiana coach was saying that you and Zoo were really unique big guys they hadn't faced before. Do you feel like, especially at this point in the season, now that you're into it, you've developed a relationship on the court with him really that's different in some ways that can cause problems in matchups like this?
I mean, this is my second season playing with Zoo, but I feel like I've been playing with him forever. And whenever I catch a ball, I know what he's gonna do, and I know where to find him. And same thing for him, high lows, and it's just a great combo. We play for each other and we play for the team.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you guys.